What up, everybody? Welcome to a glorious Monday morning, Martin Luther King Day celebration. Hey, want to let everybody know, I got an email last night from a student, a fairly new student, who really just got into the program, and that's our FastTracks program, for those that aren't familiar with it by now. And he said, Paul, I need motivation. I struggle with getting up and why I do all this, why I do electrical, and can you help motivate me? It's not uncommon when we start getting into the daily ruts of everything, and it seems like you're going out, especially like an electrician, we seem like you're going out and we're just doing the same thing over and over again. Maybe you feel like you're pulling the cable over and over again. It's just what you're doing, all you're doing, and you don't feel like you're getting ahead. You got to kind of take a look back and see, well, what can I change? Are you a journeyman? Are you an apprentice? Are you a helper? Are you not creating any opportunity for yourself? If you get your licensing, whether you're a journeyman and you're going for a master and you're thinking, well, I don't need it because I'm never going to own my own business, or why should I do that? With life, everything we become stagnant, and that can happen even with the electrician, whereas you just sit there and you go, I'm just getting up and doing the same mundane thing every single day. The problem is we need to feed the mind, and we need to have something that we're engaged in. But when you're doing that engagement, it needs to be beneficial for you, not wasted time. Studying the code, if you're an electrician, and it's whether you're in my program or whoever's program, studying the code keeps you engaged in your trade, your skill, and you're going to gain something out of it. You're going to get better at your profession, and you're going to be more knowledgeable. And plus, it keeps feeding the brain, and it keeps you driving towards something. Now, in our programs, we make it enjoyable because you move through the program. You got a lot of competency reviews. We grade them. But the other great thing is you get to join us on Wednesday nights if you want. And, it's those that join us, we have great conversations, laugh, joke, talk code, go over lessons. Last week we had a really great lesson. And it all stemmed from a student who had a question on some of the competencies. It's funny because thought it was one question, but Jesus, you know who you are. It ended up being like 6 or 7, 8 questions. But that's okay, because that was awesome, and we were able to do it. So, if you're out there struggling in your trade, you're an apprentice, you said, load. Jay used to refer to people as apprentice sources, right? Where you basically are just sitting in a rut, not moving forward, not getting your licenses that you need to have, not just for more money, because that should be inherently something that we're always working for, but also that own personal satisfaction of licensure and passing. I tell you, don't ask anybody that is failed an exam. Well, I shouldn't say don't ask. Ask anybody that's failed an exam how it bums them out. But ask everybody that has passed an exam or have been tested, right? You test them, and what happens? They rise to the occasion, and you pass that test, and it's this euphoric feeling you get thinking, I hit it. Now, what do you do after that? Well, you don't stop. You keep learning. And that's always been my mission, is that even back 30 years ago, when I started teaching codes, it was like, I get it. We learn the hands-on. We get better at that just because we're doing it every day. We get better, we get more proficient at pulling cable, terminating, making things look neater, because again, the quicker you get, the more time you can focus on that neatness to work equation. Means when you're new and you're doing something, you're having to think about everything you do, so it takes time and you're not as neat. As you get better, the concept should be, it becomes natural how you strip things, how you install things, how you secure and support things. All that becomes natural. And because of that, you get a little more relaxed, and now you can be a little more neater in your work. Because again, pride in your work means everything. Even though it's going to be closed up in the wall, you know, a lot of times you still want to have that neatness factor. So, you know, at the end of the day, you can get into that little rut, and you're thinking, what the hell am I doing? But again, learning the code, digging into it, expanding your knowledge, getting into a program like our FastTracks. If you're already licensed, I can tell you what, if you're already licensed, then you ought to look at our residential red or our commercial green or our grounding and bonding course, just to feed your brain. Because again, it's like anything. If you don't use it, you lose it. And we're coming out with a course here in another month or two that's called the FastTracks Gold. And it's going to include a total package of our FastTracks tube, everything rolled into one. And it's going to have videos, all types of stuff in it, that it's just going to be, it's all-inclusive type of package. But if you're just really wanting to learn the NEC and you want to get a better understanding of the NEC, then there's no better value than our FastTracks Black. Really, there isn't. You know, the Plus is great. You get access to the videos, but at the end of the day, the FastTracks Black is still the best program when it comes to the NEC. Okay? And of course, you get to join us on Wednesday nights. You also get to join us at the Sparky Hub. You know, we get into a special forum where you can post your questions. You know, if I have answers, I'll help you. If not, other people can post questions and help you. But it's just so many resources. But you really do need to do that. Get out of that funk. You know, and if you're not licensed, what are you waiting on? But why work in a trade, in a profession, where you're not trying to constantly climb that ladder? Maybe you're okay with what you're at, your status quo. That's just not me. Now, everybody's different, but I couldn't do that. If I was an apprentice, I needed to become a journeyman. If I was a journeyman, I needed to become a master. If I was a master, I needed to become the best master I can be. You know, join the CMECP program and elevate my knowledge to this higher level. The mind is starved to learn, and if you don't use it, you lose it. So I can tell you right now, I can tell you social media, things that I see posted, and I realize that people who think they know code don't know code. Some of the stuff they post makes you shake your head, and I'm sitting there going, yeah, but I could fix that. I can make them better at it. And you're thinking, well, they don't need to get better at it because they're still making their money doing their job, and that's fine. Some people are like that. And if you're one of those people, that's fine. But for me, I always have to continually learn. I'm constantly reading stuff, constantly learning stuff. I love to watch other people's stuff and learn vicariously through other people. I like to see people's success and everything. And if you're like that and you're in that same mold, then we encourage you to join our FastTracks team. And we're really excited about it. And check it out. FastTracksSystem.com is the new website. Oh, recently we had some people said there was issues with logging in to our new FastTracks system. And I don't know about that, but I know that we've got it fixed. And so I know that you can get in now with no problems, and it'll remember you and log in and all this kind of stuff. There's not a bunch of stuff on the new site yet, except for the support chats and all the other stuff. But slowly you're going to see more and more courses coming out on the new website. So that's why it's good to go on and get registered now. That way you go on and get an account. And also make sure you download our app. Definitely want to get our app. It is available over on our website. So check on out to the website. It is FastTracksSystem.com, and you can get our app. And let me tell you what, the reason you want our app is because we have so many more features that on our app than we had on this one than we had on our old app. So you can get access to the chat rooms, you can get access to the Sparky Hub, you can get access to support, you can get access to tips and tricks, which is, kind of extra areas for resources. You got online calculators, you've got, what else do we have on there? In-app messages, where we send you messages from time to time. We might send a coupon or something for a program. And a lot of the new courses we're coming out with, that aren't, that are standalone little courses, they'll be available. So it's time to go get that app. The app is available over on our website, FastTracksSystem.com. It's in the top right. You'll see it. It says a mobile app. Go on and get it. Go on and get ready. And once you get the app, you'll see a button on it top left that says App Login. Go on and click that and register your account, because that's specifically for the app itself. And so that's so you can open up the features in the app and things like that. But a lot of the stuff on the app you can use without it. Okay, so we make it pretty simple to work. But anyway, motivation, man. Keep pushing forward. Keep that knowledge. If it feels like you're just doing the same thing over and over each day, pulling cable, pulling conductors in raceways, installing conduits, and all this kind of stuff, just remember you're doing it for a reason. You're doing it for a purpose. You mean everything. What you do is important. And at the end of the day, keep learning, keep studying, keep becoming better. While you're out in the field honing your hands and skills and everything when it comes to that, it's also need to feed the mind, and that's what our programs do. It makes you a well-rounded. Again, you wouldn't let a surgeon work on you unless they had continuing ed and they continued to learn their profession, right? Same thing with an electrician. Have to continue to feed the brain. You have to continue to learn. Have discussions, conversations, ask questions. None of us know it all, okay? There's a select few out there that you could say know it all. Most of us are learning every day. And I'm an electrician. I'm learning just like you. I like to share what I know. I've done that for 30 some years. But if you want to go on this journey with us, we'd love to have you. Just come on over to FastTracksSystem.com. Again, FastTracksSystem.com. We'd love to have you. So have a great day. Have a wonderful week. Make it prosperous. And keep pushing in 2023, making it a great year, making it the best year ever. Till next time, stay safe. God bless.